Hey guys, I know it's been a little while since I posted, but I wanted to talk to you about something that's super important. My bro Joe Biden recently dropped out of the presidential race for president, and in his place, Kamala Harris has become the replacement. She is Joe Biden's current vice president, but then who's her vice presidential pick going to be once she reaches this stage? So we don't know this yet, and that's what I have an answer to. She hasn't made up her mind, but I have heard of a few names that are floating around. We have Mr. Shapiro of Pennsylvania, Andy Beshear of Kentucky, or even astronaut Mark Kelly of Arizona. Look, there's nothing inherently wrong with any of these choices, it's just that I don't think any of them are nearly as good as one other potential contender, and that is Jimmy Carter, of course. He would give Harris the exact right things that she would need for her to win. So, some of you might be thinking, but wait, a former president can't be vice president, but there's actually nothing in the Constitution that says that. Plus, he only served one term of 4 years when he was president before, so he could still be president again if he wanted to. The funny thing is, since that there's no restriction for who someone could pick for vice president, they actually could pick a president who had already served 2 full terms like Obama or Bush, but if something like that were to happen and then the president died and the vice president would have to become president, then there would be a constitutional crisis. Now, some of you might be confused about why I think Jimmy Carter would make the best vice president at the moment, but I think that he's actually an awesome choice. So, first of all, I feel like the decision between Biden and Trump, a lot of that talk, was about their ages. But if we just face the issue head on, age is just a number, okay? Putting Carter on the ticket really doesn't do anything with that because the age gap that he presents with all of the other candidates is so wide that it just blows them all out of the water. And he's also already been the same age as everyone else who's currently running, so he knows exactly what they're going through, and he would be able to critique the age of his opponents from a first-person perspective because he has already been that age. Also, because he's older, he has so much more wisdom and experience that no other candidate has. He also has very humble beginnings as a peanut farmer, so that he would be able to appeal to a wide section of the working class vote, which is super important to win the presidential election. And then he ran for governor of Georgia, and he won. In 1976, he decided to run for president of the United States, and he won that too. So he has experience as a former president, which is super valuable. And under Jimmy Carter's presidency, the nation also suffered pretty bad inflation, drawing comparison to the inflation under the Biden administration, which means that he might have more information about it and how to fix it. And after his presidency, he has become a successful philanthropist, helping people around the country and the world, just like Mr. Beast. Another crucial strategic reason for choosing Carter is that he is from a swing state, Georgia. And Georgia might be crucial to winning the election this year because of the Electoral College. If we compare Carter to Trump, the main person who he would be compared to, not his vice president because Carter has already been a president, then we can see that they were both outsiders before they got into politics. They both lost re-election for a second term as president to the person who would then become the oldest president at the time. They both did things with Iran. They're both from the East Coast. So let's now address Jimmy Carter's biggest flaw here. He's currently in hospice care, but I think this is actually a positive. Look, he's been in hospice for over a year, and this just shows his resilience and perseverance. He can bring this fighting power to the table as a vice president and show the nation how awesome and resistant he is at heart. Kamala, please choose Jimmy Carter, our nation's creme de la creme of politics.